The most common way to diaper up while standing up is to lean against or use some type of wall or some object to help hold the diaper in place. Diapering up against a wall is used by roughly 25% of my audience. So 25% of you all responded in the survey that I ran saying that this was your preferred method of diapering up. Personally, this is the approach that I like to use whenever I'm out and about and have to change in a public restroom. Some of you said you preferred it because of specific mobility issues and this way of diapering is easier for you. Others said that they prefer this method because of their height or body shape. It sounds like most of us prefer to diaper up in whatever position allows us to get the best fit. Depending on your body and your particular body type, laying down or standing up might cause your body to form different shapes that cause the diaper to fit differently. When I go to diaper up using a wall, I start by placing the diaper between the wall and my bottom and then leaning my butt against the wall, holding the diaper in place using the wall. I've also done it where I place it against the wall and then lean into it. Using the wall in this way helps hold the diaper in place while I pull the diaper up between my legs into position. Once I have the diaper snugly into position, then I can tape up more easily using my preferred taping method. Be sure to stick around until later to hear more about different ways to go about taping up your diaper. This method is useful for when you need to diaper standing up, but you have no clear wall to lean against. When using this method, I start by opening up the diaper and then folding it down the middle to create the channel and get it into the diaper shape. Once the diaper is open, I start by threading the diaper between my legs. I like to pull it from the back to the front, but you could do it the other way around, whatever works best for you. Once I have it between my legs, I press it between my legs to hold it in place while I pull up the back side into position. Still using my legs squeezed together to hold it in place, I then work on pulling up the front nice and snug. Once I have the bottom tapes in place, I can then release my legs and make sure I get a nice snug fit with the top tapes. When diapering standing up using either of these standing methods, it would probably be best to apply things like powder and lotion once you get fully diapered up. The next diapering position to consider is the sitting down position. A few years ago when I got hit by a car, I had to do all of my diapering while sitting down while recovering from my injuries. I started by opening up the diaper and placing it into the chair. Once I had the diaper open up and placed in the chair, I did my best to lower myself into position. I sometimes need to lift myself up with my one good leg to shift the diaper into the right position, and then I tape up my bottom tapes first. Once I had my bottom tapes taped, I would stand to make sure I had a good fit, and then I'd tape up my top tapes. If you tape up this way and you find that the bottom tapes are too tight, you may want to adjust the bottom tapes a little bit. So if you do prefer diapering up this way and you find you need to adjust the bottom tapes, you're gonna wanna try and go with a diaper that will allow for this. This means diapers with strong tapes and a solid landing zone. Brands like North Shore Megamax, some of the ABDL diapers like AB Universe and Tykables with the hook and loop type of refastenable tapes. And now we get to the laying down diapering position. This is the most commonly preferred diapering position of those of you who responded to my survey. Personally, this is my preferred diapering position simply because I find it a lot easier to apply things like lotions, ointments, and powders, which I find more comforting and something that I need for my skin to prevent rashes. I find it a lot more difficult to apply those things when diapering up using any of these other positions that we're talking about today, which is why I personally prefer the laying down position. Now, since there is 63% of us here in the Diaper Dynamo community who prefer this as our method, I'd love to hear your thoughts and reasoning as to why you prefer the laying down position in the comments below. When I diaper up using any other position, I'm a lot more prone to getting powder or oil on the front of the diaper, which will lead to potential tape failures, which will then potentially lead to the diaper leaking later. I also find it a lot easier to get the diaper in its proper position and ensure a great fit while laying down. Furthermore, it's much easier to sprinkle on some diaper powder and be able to properly rub it into your skin in a way that allows you to wipe off your hands before taping up your diaper. Speaking of diaper powder, this video is brought to you by Dynamo's Diaper Powder. Designed to help protect, comfort, and soothe your skin from mild diaper rash, this unscented talc-free powder will make your diaper more comfortable. It is the best way to support all the content and get a great product in return. Use the coupon code DDA20 for 20% off your first purchase. Another diapering method to give a try is to tape up the diaper before even putting it on. So in this case, you'll want to start by just taping up the bottom tapes first, keep them a little bit loose, and make sure to point them slightly upward. This, of course, creates the leg holes for you to step or slip your legs into. Then you pull up the diaper snugly into position. At this point, the diaper should be staying in position, so if you'd like to add any powder or lotion, now would be a good opportunity to do that before taping up the top tapes. There are some out there that even like to diaper up by taping up the entire diaper before pulling it up like underwear. Now, you might be wondering about the different ways to tape up your diaper that I mentioned earlier in the video. You can do the top tapes first and then the bottom tapes. You can do the bottom tapes first and then the top tapes. You can do one side and then the other side, or you can tape up the diaper first before putting it on. Well, according to this recent poll that I conducted, the vast majority of you all said that you prefer doing the bottom tapes first. There really is no wrong way to tape up a diaper. The only wrong way to tape up a diaper is the way that leads to diaper leaks. There are a few common mistakes that anyone can make while diapering up that will lead to leaks. For more on those mistakes and how to avoid them, check out this video next. Until next time, stay dry.